Hey everybody, welcome to day 13. Today is Saturday, December 13th, day 13 of Quiltmas. Welcome to the We Garden Homestead. I am Claudia, in case you're not sure. So, I have these 22 blocks that I think look fantastic. They look much better in the light in here. I think the light in my actual sewing room where I sew is just a little bit yellow. I don't think it's quite the bright daylight lights. So these actually look a lot better here, and that's what they're going to look like put together into the quilt. Now, I have trimmed these all down to 9 inches, which means they'll finish at 8.5. So that took me back to my original drawing. So here was the original where I started, and I was just kind of winging it. I got it started and got estimates, and then I was winging it. And then here's where I was at today, and this just made no sense to me. I was like, okay, that's not going to work out. So then I went and I drew this out. And I said, well, originally I was going to go 6 down and 5 across with the blocks and have cornerstones, in which case I would have to add the 3.5 inches to either side and 3.25 to the top and the bottom. And then put these on, and it would have been, and then cornerstones, it would have been 60 by 69 before I put any outside border out. And I was like, well, that's just going to be too big. I've got to quilt it on my domestic machine, and I was just really worried that this was going to be too big, and I was going to go with it. I mean, I decided how much I was going to cut and all that of what I needed to cut, and I just it's too big. So I also in my research and my new measures, the panel is 36 wide, and I could take up to 1 inch off of each side without really losing anything important. It's also 45 long, and I could take 1 inch off the bottom if I needed to, and I could take up to 4 inches from the top. And I said, well, let's go one more page and see if I trim that just a little bit, could I make the 22 blocks fit? And the answer is yes. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks across the top, that's 43. And the panel measured somewhere here I wrote it. The panel measured 45. So I can take 2 inches off of either end, the top and the bottom of the panel, and it'll match up here. And then if I take only 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that comes out to 34.5, and the panel measured 36. So I can take 1.5 inches off of total off of the sides, so 3/4 of an inch off of each side, and 1 inch off the top and 1 inch off the bottom, and then these blocks will fit right in there. And I have 22 blocks, and I won't need cornerstones. Those blocks will fit right in there also. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stick with this. So these are going to, my star blocks are going to go straight onto the panel like this. They're going to go opposite colors like that. And then I'll use the Realtree fabric that I have for a narrow border. And I may use this for the backing too, because I have quite a bit of it, and I just think it goes so well. And I'm not sure this is Realtree. I really thought it was, but I don't know that it is. It just says David Textiles. It doesn't have a name, but it looks a lot like the Realtree. So that's my plan. That's my video for today. This is a Realtree panel. It says it right there on it. And this looks a lot like this kind of stuff. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. I think this is my video for today. It's kind of late in the day. It took me a while to work this out in my head, and I'm just going to go with that. Thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. All the fun stuff. I'm just really tickled with this. It looks so much better now that I'm seeing it in better light. So let me know what you think. You think this will work? And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me.